10 Down WJ presents Double Jeopardy of the Heart. Chapter 1. The Crush. The sun dipped low in the sky, casting a golden hue over the sprawling campus of Crestwood High. It was a typical Friday afternoon, and the air was thick with the laughter of students excitedly sharing plans for the weekend. Among them was Ethan, a soft-spoken artist with a penchant for sketching his surroundings. Today, however, his thoughts were consumed by one person, Mia, his classmate and the object of his affections. Ethan had always admired Mia from a distance. She was vibrant, with an infectious laugh that could light up even the dreariest of days. They often shared casual conversations, exchanging stories and laughter, and it was during these moments that Ethan felt a connection he had never experienced before. There was something about the way she blushed whenever he complimented her artwork that made his heart race. With each passing day, Ethan's infatuation grew stronger, and he decided it was time to take a leap of faith. He had never been in a relationship, but he believed he could draw closer to Mia, to understand her better, and perhaps even win her heart. Chapter 2. The Drawing. One afternoon, as they sat outside under a large oak tree, Ethan decided to present Mia with a drawing he had created. It depicted the two of them surrounded by a whimsical landscape, a blend of their favorite things. He hoped it would express not only his admiration for her but also his desire to be more than just friends. Mia's eyes widened as she took in the artwork. "Ethan, this is amazing. You captured us perfectly," she exclaimed, a smile illuminating her face. Encouraged by her reaction, Ethan felt a surge of confidence. He leaned in slightly, feeling the cool breeze brush against his skin. "I'm really glad you like it. I thought it might be nice to, hang out more together." But instead of the warmth he expected, he felt an abrupt shift in the atmosphere. Mia's expression morphed from delight to unease. "Ethan, wait, I need to tell you something." Chapter 3. The Rejection. Ethan's heart sank as Mia's words hung heavily in the air. "I like you as a friend, but I don't see you like that." "I'm sorry," she said, her voice soft but firm. Confusion washed over him. The mixed signals, the laughter, the blushes, it all felt like a cruel joke. "But, Mia, I thought we had something special," he stammered, desperation creeping into his voice. Mia shook her head, her brow furrowed. "You took it the wrong way. I didn't mean to lead you on. This drawing, it's too much. I'm going to tell the teacher." The words stung. Ethan felt a mix of embarrassment and heartbreak. Mia walked away, leaving him alone under the oak tree, the laughter of other students ringing in his ears like a haunting melody. Chapter 4. The Aftermath. Days turned into weeks, and the rejection weighed heavily on Ethan. His heart was broken before it had even truly begun to beat for someone. The pain was compounded by the humiliation of Mia's reaction. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was somehow at fault, that he had misinterpreted her friendliness as flirtation. Desperate to escape the memories that haunted him, Ethan sought solace in the company of friends. They gathered at a local cafe, sharing stories and laughter, but nothing could fill the void left by Mia's rejection. One night, fueled by a mix of curiosity and a desire to numb his pain, Ethan found himself at a party. The atmosphere was electric, music pulsing through the air, and for the first time in weeks, he felt a flicker of hope. He mingled, laughed, and eventually locked eyes with a girl across the room. She was wild and carefree, a stark contrast to the heartbreak he had just endured. Chapter 5. The Mistake. In a moment of reckless abandon, Ethan approached her. They exchanged playful banter, and before he knew it, they were tangled in each other's arms in a dimly lit corner of the party. It was a whirlwind of passion, an attempt to drown out the pain of rejection. But as the night faded into early morning, Ethan was left with a hollow feeling, a reminder that his heart was still fragile. Days later, reality hit hard. Ethan began to experience discomfort that he couldn't ignore. The itching and burning while urinating were symptoms he had hoped would just go away, but they only intensified. Panic gripped him as he realized the consequences of his impulsive actions. Chapter 6. The Diagnosis. After a visit to the clinic, Ethan received the diagnosis he had dreaded, a sexually transmitted infection. The shame and embarrassment flooded back, reminding him of the rejection he thought he had escaped. Now, he was facing double jeopardy, the heartbreak from Mia and the physical repercussions of a one-night stand. As he sat in the sterile waiting room, Ethan felt a wave of clarity wash over him. He had sought validation and escape through a fleeting encounter, but all he had gained was pain and regret. He realized that he had allowed his worth to be defined by his interactions with others, particularly with Mia. Chapter 7. The Reflection. In the weeks that followed, as he treated his STI and healed from the emotional scars, Ethan spent time reflecting on his experiences. He picked up his sketchbook again, pouring his feelings onto the pages. Through his art, he began to understand that rejection, while painful, didn't define him. His worth was inherent and not tied to whether someone reciprocated his feelings. He began to focus on his passions, rediscovering the joy of creating art without the weight of expectations. As he painted, he found solace in the strokes of his brush, a reminder that beauty could emerge from pain. Chapter 8. The Growth. Ethan's journey of self-discovery led him to a newfound sense of confidence. He recognized that relationships, whether friendships or romantic, should be built on mutual respect and understanding, rather than desperation or need for validation. One afternoon, he ran into Mia at the local art gallery. She looked radiant, her eyes lighting up as she admired the artwork on display. Ethan felt a sense of calm wash over him. He approached her, ready to talk like old friends, without the weight of unreciprocated feelings. "Hey, Mia, it's been a while," he said, a genuine smile on his face. "Hey, Ethan, I've missed our chats," she replied, her tone warm. As they spoke, Ethan felt a sense of closure. He had learned valuable lessons about love, rejection, and most importantly, about himself. He realized that while Mia might not have been the one for him, the experience had shaped him into a stronger individual. Chapter 9. The Future. As months passed, Ethan continued to grow, both as an artist and as a person. He explored new relationships, embracing the idea that vulnerability was essential in forming genuine connections. He learned to communicate openly, to express his feelings without fear of rejection. While he would always carry the memories of his first crush and the pain of rejection, they no longer defined him. Instead, they became stepping stones toward understanding his own worth and the importance of embracing life's complexities. In the end, Ethan found that double jeopardy could lead to unexpected growth. He learned that rejection, while painful, is a part of life, and every experience, good or bad, contributes to the tapestry of who we are. His heart, though bruised, was ready to embrace new adventures, armed with the knowledge that his worth was never dependent on someone else's affection. The Epilogue. Know your worth. In the end, Ethan's story is a reminder that self-worth is an intrinsic quality, not defined by the opinions or affections of others. It's essential to understand that rejection is merely a part of life's journey, a catalyst for growth and self-discovery. Embracing one's individuality and recognizing one's value is the true path to finding meaningful connections and love. As Ethan continued to create art, he poured his experiences into his work, using each stroke to express the beauty of resilience, the importance of self-love, and the journey of understanding that life is a series of ups and downs, each moment leading to the next chapter in the story of who we are. 10 Down WJ, where creativity meets impact. 10 Down WJ, E, N, T,